let's get out to Marley Kayden, who is the Schwab Network host of Market on Close. What are you seeing there as far as CoreWeave is concerned? Because, it's built some serious momentum over the last 5 or so months. Obviously, being a newcomer to the market this year, I mean, there's not a lot of analysts with respect to coverage. But what are they saying, Marley?
This is a really interesting note. The response also interesting as well. Down more than 2.5% right now, likely unrelated because this is a positive note for the company. But like you said, Citizens JMP upgraded CoreWeave to outperform from market perform with a $180 price target. The reasoning behind that is that the firm sees accelerating outsourcing in the GPU as a service market. And they did cite some big names. Oracle's $450 million record remaining performance obligation, and Microsoft's reported $17 billion contract with Nebius, as evidence of this trend. Now, the firm believes now CoreWeave's GPU as a service business could grow to an estimated $300 billion, Sam, and that's up from the $3 to $4 billion that it currently is in range for. Citizen also upgrades the stock as it's had a more than 20% sell-off since its Q2 report. But to note, in the last week, it's been up about 20%. So they have corrected that sell-off. Analysts also say, quote, the wave of incremental outsourcing by hyperscalers will overwhelm potential negatives in the near term. The firm also acknowledged that there were some obvious long-term flaws in their business plan, but said that the company's plans to diversify revenue streams around GPUs as a service should help, quote, mitigate structural risks and support a more sustainable long-term business model. And Sam, this, of course, comes after CoreWeave disclosed its $6.3 billion order with Nvidia yesterday. Now, under the terms of those agreements, Nvidia is obligated to purchase any unsold capacity all the way through April of 2032. And the company did say they plan to include a copy of that full agreement alongside their third quarter results. But I think the street was really pleased with that one because there have been some questions about their business model and its longevity prospects, its long-term prospects as it stood. But knowing that all the way through 2032, Nvidia will buy up any unused capacity provides a bit of protection.
Oh, no doubt about it. Certainly good news for CoreWeave, particularly with respect to that partnership with Nvidia. Thank you so much for getting us across that story. Tim Biggam joins us now, options strategist at Pilot AI. You've got an example trade off the back of this upgrade there, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking at a stock that certainly finally held some support around that 100 area. Had a nice day yesterday with the upgrade. Down a little bit today post numerous upgrades. There's overhead resistance up around 150, the old kind of recent highs here. Implied volatility actually is headed higher here, I think, because of that upgrade. Still, a very viable premium selling candidate, in my opinion. So I'm just positioning somewhat neutrally. I think vol, because of the news from Nvidia, will kind of dampen simply because the biggest fear here was they had only 2 big customers, right? Now add the third one on the capacity basically being taken care of. So I'm just going out to October, selling an iron condor, selling the 195 put spread, the 150, 155 call spread, both simultaneously, getting about $1.75, like the 50% return on risk here, have about 20 points plus upside and downside cushion. And I think the fact that, some of these NASDAQ names may have gotten out over their skis a little bit, CoreWeave now being one of them, and certainly CoreWeave's big customer base. I think post-Fed announcement, we'll probably see a sideways market here, given the fact that I think the Fed 25 basis point cut is already baked in.
Okay, good stuff. An example trade on CoreWeave. And I don't know, Tim, I mean, with that shirt, maybe we should have had you on talking about cruise ship stocks or something like that. You're giving those sort of vacation vibes right now. But love your work. Thank you so much, Tim Biggam, Pilot AI.
Appreciate it.